We have lots of wounds that prevent us from being able to be vulnerable and open our heart to the level that we need to access that type of love. We've unconsciously put walls of protection up in the heart so that we don't get hurt again, because when we experienced love in the past, we got hurt. When we opened our heart, we got hurt. We created beliefs and ideas around love unconsciously, mostly, about what it means to be in love and what it means to open your heart and what heartbreak is all about. And all of these things influence our capacity to open our heart in the way that is required for this level of heart awakening. And so to access this, the way that we do it is to work through all the layers and heal the heart, we could say. Heal the human heart, heal the things that are blocking us from being able to access this such immense love that we already are, but to actually be able to access it. So this is talking about therapy, healing type work, healing old wounds and traumas, but particularly around love, around things that have happened in life to do with love and your beliefs of love. And so you could ask yourself, what do I believe about it? Do I believe I deserve love? That's a big sticking point for a lot of people. Do I actually believe I deserve it? Because if you have that belief, even just that one, that can block you from accessing this level of love that I'm talking about. And so questioning your beliefs around love can be a really great place to start with this type of work. And then working with someone, whoever that is, to initially start to harbour this sense of self-love. And I know in terms of awakening or non-duality, it doesn't make sense to have self-love. I get that. But it really works. And for me, I think it's part of the journey to love ourselves and love all parts of ourselves and our journey and all the things that we've done, and get acceptance and love that. And that stops the division. That stops us saying this bit's okay and that bit's not okay. It starts to bring everything together. And with that is a unification process. And so when we don't have to push away against anything, because we see it as all the one, all of our behaviours, we can face all of our shadow, we can love all parts of ourselves that we've previously repressed for whatever reason, whatever happened in the past. We start to love all of those parts and face all of those icky parts, the painful parts. And gradually we do start to get this sense of self-love, and you'll know you're getting somewhere with that because your inner talk will be loving. So you'll be your best supporter. If something happens, the inner talk will be something like, oh, that's okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about that person. That's all right. It will be supportive and loving in your own conditioning once you've got to this level of self-love. And then once we get to that, and you could say then we've got a healthy sense of self, a healthy, loving sense of self, then we can move beyond it and actually start to let that go and see what lies beyond it. And with that, the heart starts to open, and we face every single wall that we've put up unknowingly with tenderness and with love. We face every sore, lonely, abandoned part of us, every child part, every part that feels not worthy, not capable of accepting love. We face every single part that's hiding in there. And with that, the walls of the heart start to dissolve. And then we naturally start to feel more open. And so we'll know that this part is happening because we could start to become more empathic and compassionate. We can start to feel other people's emotions. We can start to feel collective pain of all the animals. We'll be crying all the time We can see something and find it so sweet and beautiful, a little weed poking up out of the ground, so innocent and beautiful and fragile. That can help, that might trigger us, or something, a parent yelling at their child, and we're just feeling everything, and it's just expanding and expanding, and our emotional range is expanding. So they're all great indicators that the heart is opening and you're starting to access this love that I speak of. So we go on this journey of self-love. We start at the same time going beyond it as well. It's not sort of one thing starts, another thing, one thing ends and another thing starts. It all starts to happen, it all starts to open. And then we just watch out for what closes our heart. What's still closing it? When we go out and we talk to someone, can we feel that we close over? In what circumstances? And then we can start to work on that. So why is it when I'm around that person that I close my heart? How can I keep my heart open when I talk to that person? And we just keep working on all the layers that come up regarding love, and just facing them step by step, and eventually the heart will open permanently, where you shift into unity consciousness and the realization that I am everything, and then you stay there and you don't backslide anymore. So that day will come one day. And then you're operating from unconditional love, which is hard to explain. It is about loving what is, whatever it is. And it's not you love that person because of a reason. It's just you just love because you are love, and that is you. So hard to explain, but when you experience it yourself, it makes total sense. But relatively speaking, you don't want to change anyone. That's probably a big way to notice that you're accessing this. Whereas before you might have wanted to help people with awakening, help illuminate stuff to people, help give advice, that type of thing that we naturally want to do, that drops away completely. There's no desire. Everyone can just be exactly how they are. You have no desire to help unless someone asks you, and then you're happy to. So that's a big part of this shift. And it's, for me, when this happened, I actually felt like a flame got ignited. I actually visually saw that. A flame in the heart got lit, and then it just stayed on. And from then on, there was just this outpouring of love that just never went away. It was just a permanent flame that was ignited. It was really beautiful, and I just saw the world slightly differently through the eyes of love, I guess, and just saw no problem in anything. Everything was welcome to just be whatever it is. Nothing needed to change. People didn't need to wake up. Humanity didn't need to evolve. All of that dropped away, and everyone could just be wherever they're at, and people could sense that. I noticed that people enjoyed being around that type of energy. People would say it comes across as non-judgmental, but the way you're perceiving it is just that nothing needs to change. It doesn't make any sense. Like, everything is just the way that it is, and that's wonderful. And so that's the unconditional part to it. And the love part is that you just see yourself everywhere. That is you. No matter what it is you. So that was my best attempt to try and explain the journey of self-love to unconditional love. I hope that helps.